going on to the game, which is what you're actually here for instead of my travel stories. Let's go ahead and see your Siobhan. Wait, was worth it. It was. We're in the game. It loaded properly. Here's the deal. It's double Salamander jackpot versus Invigorate. I wonder what deck got banned. This matchup is pretty darn good for League C. Why is this good for League C? I'm so glad you asked. I wonder, actually, did he ban? I bet they did. That seems like a JamesGames mood. I bet JamesGames banned the Witcher Machine Gun. No, Witcher Machine Gun's still viable. But Portuguese Flame Chicken, very spicy. Oh, sounds good. Cheeky Nando's. Can't believe we went in the elevator and you share insurance. Rationally, better shooting, probably. I'm not. I like to think I'm a very, very modest traveler and follow all the rules. Then I tell my stories and my question, you know, my actions don't align perfectly with my words. Anyways, so here, this deck is a Renew Salamander list. I actually think it's pretty busted how strong it is. I would have axed this one, but it is a really good list. Renews in hand, Salamander combos almost completed. They banned each other's SK decks. That's really interesting. So right now, there has to be a lot of confidence from League C that they can beat Salamander combo. I don't see how you do it twice is the problem. I'm actually thinking JamesGames is going to wipe this tourney because, well, I think this deck will beat... well, it might not be true. So it's a lot about decks. The question is, in my eyes, can Machine Gun Witchers actually outdo an Enslaved Control deck? That is, I think, where we're going. I think as long as this round is beaten by League C, and with things like Dryad's Crest, gonna be, I believe that you're going to be okay. I don't even know if you bother saving it, I guess. But they might have more poison later. And units are gonna get bigger later. Rolling Salamander, it's nutty. It is nutty, and that's what we're gonna see here. As long as JamesGames draws into that or Neuromancer bank, could have bad luck. Aglais must be, I mean, obviously Aglais must be able to beat this deck, but I think you pretty much want to win this one round one if you can. I think you want as many shot with the Machine Gun Witchers as possible. Actually, I lied. Machine Gun Witchers should crush this map, shouldn't it? Because they expect Siegfried and 2 Spring Equinoxes, don't they? No wonder he doesn't care about this. And Aglais with Last Say is one of the most powerful plays in the game. Even or Skags works as well. Actually, hold on. League C is having better matchups the more I think about it. Down comes Force Protector. You Purify again. They probably don't have 4 poisons in hand. No, you're gonna let it die. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So you let it die. It's 12-point Fizz deck. What's it? He's still an 8-point lead right now for League C. Things are getting buffed. I think you Iflean for the Skags. I think a big Skags is just fine here. I am super curious though. I want to see that Machine Gun again. It's coming. Guaranteed to happen. Do you ever get the prediction ended? No, Bubble Chub kept looking at it. I can't figure out how to end it. Can't figure out how to access what you guys have. My only poll I see is something different. But anyways, let's see here. Down comes Sea Jackal. There's 1,010,000 coins built up because everyone hates coins. I hate coins. Not sure for what just yet, but... Didn't use the Invigorate. I think I would regret this because you're probably not going to get full value. One of the issues of League C's play has been having trouble getting full value off of each of these charges. And let's see. How to resolve pull. I need dashboard to manage pulls added. Okay. Manage stream. I have a managed pull, but I can't get me the other one. Sorry, bud. I have no idea how to end it. We'll figure out someday. Alright, here comes the Force Protector. Killing off that. I will refocus on the pile, on this right now. As I get distracted, trying to get people their channel points. Moving back to the game as my mind wanders. Coming back, Iflean is ready. Has held off on Iflean. Here comes Siggy, but of course there is no Caesar in his deck. It's just plain old Caesar. A pass here would be devastating. Honestly, I think you just go for the Circle of Life here. It's modest. It'll win you the round. You buff up the Sheldon. Sheldon is good. And, ooh, Dunka I think was unnecessary because you still have the if lane here. And you don't really need the carryover if lane. I mean, yes, it's 3 extra points there, but it's really about getting the 4 for the Skags here. So we should see a pass from JamesGames here. They are not running Tainted Ale or Kick-em-More Warriors. You do really need Salamander Hideout as a way to kill the Mander. The exception, though, is you have Gellert. Gellert is a true backup here. A true, tried and true backup. Okay, he passes. This is looking good. It's looking real good for our hero, League C. I'm just kidding. JamesGames also a hero for trooping at 4:10 a.m. in the morning. An absolute machine god here. Now, you could argue you just bleed here, because this deck does not have much left in it. You know they're running combo pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a brutal bleed. 1, 2, 3, 4, brutal bleed. I'd probably check the Hawker back. This is smart. JamesGames knows he is in trouble. He knows he can be bled. He knows he doesn't have last say. He needs to get out of this round immediately. He does find Roland. Does have Gellert Roland combo ready to go. Skags deals 5 right now. Yeah, 5. So we want to get Skags a little bigger. I think you double click Invigorate, get this big, play the Hawker, go, and bleed them out. Because you can win a short round too. With cards like, I mean, you can combine these two, I guess. I mean, it's not the best short round hand. The Glaze can help, though. I think you bleed. You want the combo here gone as quickly as possible. Double smack that Invigorate. Make this round miserable. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's see League C. Bringing in the Chad moment. This is looking hot. +1 on everything. Click it again, buddy. Double dip. Double dip. Give me that sweet, sweet double dip. Give me the double dip. Play the Hawker Smuggler, and you're going to watch them cry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Polling extension installed. I have in actually something called Manage Polls, but it doesn't bring up the poll you guys made is the problem. That's my issue here. That's why I can't figure it out. Okay, coming in. He is going for the bleed here. This is really wise. Got the Hideout. Hideout is an okay thing to play here because it has resilience. We can carry it over. Gellert comes down. Gellert is an interesting play. It means you can use Gellert as an alt way to kill Salamander by poisoning it after it comes down. But you wouldn't need to use Jackpot. Jackpot was used. Wow, that's a big deal. Coins are going to get tougher for double Salamander now. Well, as long as, I mean, if you keep bleeding for the Roland, you want to play the Iflane here. You don't want to back out. You're down on points. Ironically, yeah, you can't give him the double SA here. You already committed your Veil if you're assuming your Devotion here. Devotion, Devotion. Iflane or Boar. I think it's Boar here. Boar, you have the Dryad. Just go ahead and start pinging down the Gellert in the back. Gellert is now almost killable. Iflane comes down on the Skags next. And then this is devastating. At this point, you might want to just play out your whole hand. I mean, how much more would you have left? I mean, their deck is strong still. Passiflora is still in there. That's a Flora. How far will League C push? It's becoming the question. Passiflora Beach just comes out. It's enough to get ahead. Iflane will be next play. And now you're in trouble. Okay, Iflane is next. Don't hold it back. You need the combo. I don't see the hesitation here. I feel like this is No. You missed the 4 here. I guess it kills anyways. I guess at this point you're trying to set up the pass. So you know what? Iflane is still 7 points to carry over here. Here comes Roland. You pass. You get the Salamander. Combo is broken. Yep, you get last say. Wow, okay, that worked out really well. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Here comes the Mander. Mander says, yo, what's up? What's up, my people? Champs, Kangaroo, I don't know. Boom. Absolutely devastating, but that's what you want to see if you're bleeding, right? You want them to accidentally crush you, right? A ton of combo potential is wasted here. Renew is off the table. Roland's off the table. Down to a single Vivaldi bank against 9 points carryover on the if lane. All you're looking for is, oh, you couldn't ask for a better draw in Aglais. You put Crest back, and then you already put Defender back afterwards. Scenarios here. It is going to be a scenario, though. This one is not going to be a pretty one. This one's going to be close. Scenario comes down. Which will do it? Scenario? I think it's your best chance to win it. It's going to be a really close one. I don't really like the odds of the Aglais deck into the Enslaved deck. I think the tactic control that JamesGames is bringing in would make it hard to get hand buff really up and running, because you'll just keep killing what they play. Like, Hawker Smugglers will trade very poorly into an Assassinate. Losing, basically, you get 1 point carryover. Hawker Smuggle comes down, it immediately dies. Don't go very far. Now, you're not going to get a kill here. I think Sissia is the actual correct play. Deal 2 here. Give up on the Harmony, or lean into the Harmony off of these 3. Or off of these 2, because it's Dryad. I think Sissia click is correct. Nice. Really well thought out. You're not going to get Mahakam Defender. It's not like you're going to want if lean for Mahakam. Now, let's see what's left. What would you want to bank for? That's a real question here. You really want to bank for Mink here. You get 6 coins when it's played, so it's guaranteed to basically go off. Mink is 5 down. You hit the Mink. Or you go for Renew. I would have gone for Mink here, but what is the Renew target you want so bad? Your targets aren't that exceptional here. Going for Gellert, one of the best spenders in the game. I guess this is a guaranteed Mink. That kind of makes sense. Going for Mink of Attire, and then you get it guaranteed there. Knock-on. But how many points are you going to get away with at the end? It's going to be close. Here comes the Tribute off the Mink. It's not a hardcore spending. They will have extra coins at the end of this game, I think. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of extra coins at the end of this game. They do get the boat, though, as a consolation prize. It is jackpot, so not the end of the world for Beggar to come on down here.
Do not eat the yellow snow.
It's Beggar and Geller. It's 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's going to be really close. I think JamesGames have done it. By a lot, actually. Is it? No. Oh, it hurts. Hurts to watch. It hurts to watch. But no. JamesGames has made a statement. One more game for JamesGames to take it. All right. And I will stop my story because we're in it. What could be the final game? JamesGames has a very strong looking Enslaved 5 deck. Joachim, Amir. And is this the final? This could be. This is the final match. This could be the final game. JamesGames is up 1-0. Playing while he's sick. He is a machine. And no one could stop in this tournament. How degenerate is his SK deck to let something like these jackpot deck through? Super curious. But alas, Fire Scorpion coming down. I think you're going to see a quick answer, either Dunka or Nature's Rebuke. I'm thinking Dunka here, because you know they're running Assassinates. It's probably not going to live long. Hawker's another option as well. If it gets extra charges, doesn't really matter. You're going to destroy it in a little bit anyways. Now, of note, League C does have something we haven't really seen every time. I was invested in that story. Sorry, Siobhan. We'll tell another time. We have something that we haven't seen from League C in this entire game, which is Aglais is right there in hand for once. Going for the FOV kill, getting on the board. Interesting. Why? I guess you get the FOV because you want to set up the tree on board, start baiting out. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter what row he plays. He could have played on front row to give less damage from Assassinate, but it's still killable. I wish to get that same machine gun again. You will Latch then, unless League C loses here, which could be the case. Gonna be big, guys. This is for all the marbles of all 2 kegs. Will League C pull this off? Okay, here comes the Hawker support. Oh, it buffs the Treant Boar. That could be a big deal. Probably not, because it can still die to assassinate anyways. But not terrible. I think you just sack the Dunker, right? Or you go defensive here and just start smacking down circles of life. Because the other way to play out this one is just basically play unitless, saying, you know what? You don't pack Invo in the deck. You don't play any tall removal, really. You have Catervine, but like, unless you chain it with Stefan, you're not going to kill. Go tall. Pressure out. Do you have Fion? You do have Fion. So there is a world where you go like Fion, Stefan, hold Catervine back as your last card. They play Aglais. You know, double Catervine it. Get 2 Glaises, win. But I think we see, this is looking interesting. I'm worried about how you play this out. I think you want to play unitless. There you go. I like this. This is how I would play it. Look, you're running tactics. Everything deals damage. Why don't I just start getting the Aglais built up for later rounds? Just keep smacking down 3 points. Can play Dunka if we want to throw it away. It is in Slave 5. It is in the Slave 5 deck. 5. Boom. Right now, this is super awkward for JamesGames. Do you want to go with, you can't go Assassinate here. You're going with Deadman's? Oh, no, you're going for the Blightmaker. Like, that's really good. You bricked 2 points on that. Cool. Circle of Life, Guardian, buff Aglais again. Like, you just do this over and over and over and over, and the hand becomes worse and worse and worse and worse because interaction. Everything wants to interact. Buff the Aglais. Aglais now at 9. 8, actually. 8, pardon me. A play I think you're going to see here. Oh, you're going for Braffin's Emissary. Dang. I would have. That's a really interesting play. The other play I thought was surprisingly reasonable was Menno, and you could either grab... You don't have Tourney Joust in the deck. I take that back. The other play is Menno, grab Coup, let Coup brick. Then you're guaranteed to draw Coup next, so as long as you have the wet, you go off. But of course, and that keeps you with Braffin's in hand instead of Menno. And Braffin's, of course, is an absolute bomb of a card. You get the pass on 6. Last I will go to JamesGames. Now, does JamesGames bleed? He doesn't have the best answer to an Aglais, but that double Catervine setup, if possible, if you get the right cards, is very, very viable. Catervine, Fion, there's the Coup. Don't want Emissary. Check back the Emissary here. Emissary's going to be the first mole here. Agitator goes back because you don't have Skags. Think you're going to see... Who do you put Duncan back here? Nah, it seems risky. Probably a Purify. Stefan is good. You're looking for Fion here. Because you can set up Stefan, Catervine, Fion for a really brutal lock at the end. Pass instantly from JamesGames. I do actually like this. Drag out a miserable round for hand buff if you can. Take what you have an opportunity to. And work from there. Joachim, you notice, didn't want to play out a card. Because you kind of want to put the Aristocrats back in the deck. Joachim doesn't have a lot of targets. But Joachim can get some great stuff. You're going for call here for the Ifleen. That seems really strong. Is there really no better cards? Oh, we lost a player. I repeat, we lost a player. That Shanghai story may... Ifleen's going to resolve. Nope, Shanghai story is not going to get filled. But Ifleen does have a bigger Glace now. We haven't really seen an opportunity for the hand buff deck to go long. People have been really nervous about letting it go long because the Glace right now is sitting there. +8. That's a lot of points. That is a lot of points. +8, double that. 16, 20, boom. 20 points in hand to Glace. Hand here. Can we see? JamesGames set up the pinch required to kill that card. You need to double poison it in 1 turn. While also maintaining enough points on the board to win the match. Because even if you commit Catervine and all that, you have the Fion. Notably, do you draw Joachim here? You do, but I wonder if in your deck here, they're just gonna... Does JamesGames notice his emergency issue his deck currently has? Coup is bricked currently. Coup is just normal Coup. And why do I say that? Yep, here's the double. We look at JamesGames' deck. He has Uno Aristocrato. One unit left in the deck that is not this. Wait, what? I crazy? I thought he had oh, he kept it in the hand. No, JamesGames' hand is falling apart. He has, oh, he has a fire scorpion. No, he has one left. He has one. So you can hit a fire scorpion, off of the Joachim. But that's not good enough. I like the front row play here. Play the boar now, guarantee that it lives around. Do no C's, none of these are worth seizing. You might see a hefty ult here answered by boar hit. Fire Scorpion, I think it's answered immediately by Force Protector Rebuke. Okay. Respectable. Play 5 for sure. Got the Joachim down on the front row. Yeah, I was wondering for a moment. I thought he had nothing, and I was really panicking there for him. But I hope he doesn't just accidentally coup that Joachim. JamesGames is an incredibly good player, as much as hard time I give him. Dryad's Crest, or maybe he was Giga Braining it. I don't think so because he has still coup. I think Hefty Helge is the obvious next play here. As Hefty Helge just gets up, you got all your setup here. I think you'll see Tramp Boar here, ping here. Trying to set up the Force Protector, kill this before it gets out of control with the other tactics in the hand. Your pseudo tactic, spell tactic. I will say, I think if you see Trambor ping here, hit here, you're going to see Fionn in response defending it. Reaper of Souls, welcome to the chat. Because Fionn can keep these alive. Also, comes of his own tactic built in. Getting more value here, which is a lovely thing for the JamesGames. Now, where will JamesGames take this match? It's an interesting question. What is next? We're waiting on red. Ironically, that is League C. So technically, League C has a choice. I think it's pretty obvious to me you're going for the Trant here. But I could be total. Nope, going for Dryad's Caress. Not the line I would have taken, but the line that is going to go. Buffing up, putting it at 6, but I feel like it's a ping enslave. It's a really easy enslave too. Ping enslave, you get extra 2 points of value for 18.
Punishment for traitors.
Do you? Oh, the Amir puts back the seditious, but you don't want to do seditious anymore because that is purified. Maybe JamesGames big brained me the whole time. Maybe I was the fool here. Taking advantage of Amir's order, once again highlighting how good a player JamesGames actually is. Look at that. Doesn't want to, just shoves back something he doesn't need here. In the case of this, I think shoves back the draw. Here comes the Treant. Treant hits the Amir. Do you steal the boar? I think, honestly, if you're not going to steal the Young Dryad, you steal the boar here. Well, the aristocrat away anyway. If Amir exactly pissed off Panda. We can see that JamesGames, seasoned veteran, really patient on the enslave. I would not been so patient. I would have taken that. I would have taken the Dryad ages ago. JamesGames is playing a different game than the rest of us. Yeah, JamesGames is known for the Giga Brain. Dryad's Crest the only is an allied unit only, Louch Sen. The Dryad's Crest is indeed allied unit only. Can't do any funkiness here, but Force Protector here. Yeah, the back row is pretty much locked down. It really comes down to can JamesGames set up the pinch for Stefan and Katarine to double kill the Aglais that's coming up soon. It's looking like a yes. To be honest, it is looking like a yes here. I think it's looking better and better by the second for JamesGames for a quick 2-0. Casual about any of his decks. He plays his decks well. Maybe a little authority. We'll figure it out, but I will say every tournament ends up like this because whoever limbos under the least restrictive bar we put will always probably win. Can't do anything about that. I can force everyone to play Sahili, but then whoever makes the least Sahili deck, or Sahil deck, then they'll probably win. That's by playing against spying and Q. That is a good combo. Got his own boar. JamesGames never a boar, killing the boar here. Hefty Helge probably gonna nuke. Oh my gosh, it is double boar. It is double boar. It is a Giga Brain move. I don't care what you guys in chat say. That is ballin'. There's nothing boring about this match. Look at that. Not one, but 2 boars all set up. My mind being blown as we speak. All of the boars belong to the JamesGames. Dunga comes down. I do not think this is going to go in the favor of League. I think the Enslaved deck is going to be the one that takes control here and just owns this entire match. And let's see here. Here comes down that'll be a banish on the Amnesty for 6, and it'll be a banish on the Coded Weapons for 5. You want to keep them both open for Menno. Go into the deck. Nope, that was a mistake. Should have kept the Assassinate, so you have options, technically speaking. But Coded Weapons is probably fine. Let's see. Let's go here. I'm content with what we've seen here. I do think League C is looking pretty grim here. I do think we're going to see the Stefan pinch coming up soon. Probably Circle of Life. No, you're going to go for the kill on the tramp. Or at this point, I think we're just seeing League go for points. It is a race that's hard to win, given the nature of how many points you're getting from tactics and tactics. Stefan is getting set up on the left. Boar is back, healed the full. It is good. Double Catavine, last say takes it. I think that's where this is going, John Doe. I don't think they have a way to get through the 14-point Fion and have removal for Stefan. More buff need to be on Sheldon to pull that off. So we are looking at the double Catavine as the only tall removal in the entire deck. Here comes a Glaze, but that is an interesting take, saying, look, you know what? I need to, I think something bad's going to happen. If Catavine, that takes care of that. Gets the point lead, but man, it looks grim. You have 6 points here, another 2 there. Actually, before as the round ends. But even just initially 2, 6, plus 4, 12, plus another 10 here. It won't be hard to get this set up on a perfect amount. And yeah, this one's looking pretty grim. This one I think is looking like a quick win for the JamesGams in a quick 2-0 fashion. Totally sick. 4:30 a.m. Somehow JamesGams does it again. JamesGams did indeed find the way to pull it off. JamesGams, though, forever the styler, does like to play these rounds out a little bit. Never mind. He's done. He is done. JamesGams takes it. JamesGams takes it indeed. Shout out to Ahmed Ali and McRandar for all their wonderful support on Patreon.